What's going on, guys? Let's do a manga review. Today we're going to review the story of making my cheeky gal sister understand. Pretty interesting title and also a pretty interesting manga. So I came across this manga like 2 days ago and it's pretty interesting. I'll review this. So the author of this is Higaki Numa. I don't know much about this author. I think the only thing I know is that this person makes like only like short, those like kind of mangas where it's just like one page per chapter kind of ish. So if you guys are interested in that, then check the author out. And yeah, so the reason why this is interesting because it has a 6.72 rating on MangaDex, which is very low for a manga. I mean, it's below average. So I read through it, and it's at first, you kind of hate the manga, but as chapters goes on and on, I feel like the plot is kind of getting better, which is actually a good direction for this manga. Because since it's at 6.72, I think it might go higher because of where it's at right now. So let's start with the plot. So we have two main characters. We have Tanuki and Kono. Let's start with Kono. Kono is a female high schooler. She's a gal, and she has a very dark history involving with many men. In the story, they described her as SLUT, and in the beginning of the story, she has dark text bubbles, meaning she is broken and corrupted. So that's basically it much about Kono. I'll explain why people didn't like this manga in a bit, but let's talk about Tanuki. So Tanuki is the non-blood related younger brother to Kono, and in the beginning of the manga, they don't really have a good relationship because again, Kono is broken. She would listen to other men rather than her non-blood related family. So Tanuki, this is where the story begins, was introduced to a game by his friend called Let Me Understand. So the game is just mostly just getting a girl to admit defeat, and at the end of the game, she'll just like the MC. So it's just basically just a romance game, but in Tanuki's vision, this is just a progress to help Kono get away from her past. So that's where the manga begins. So every chapter, there's gonna be like a percentage that will go up. Basically, Kono just getting into the right direction, and that's pretty much it. It's just trying to help Kono get away from her dark past and focus more on herself and the future, because she has family. Okay, she has family that care about her and want her to succeed. So yeah, that's pretty much the manga, and it's still ongoing, and it updates like every single Thursday if I'm correct. So if I were to give this a rating, I'll possibly give it a 6. It might actually go up as chapters goes on and on, because I think this manga is still kind of new, since like the chapters are very short. Like literally, if you read this manga, you can literally just finish it in like 10 minutes and you just caught up. So I think it's still a new manga. I think the direction of this manga is going I again, like, I think it's going in the right direction. The plot is getting interesting, so yeah, I'll just remain at 6. It might go up as chapters goes on, so yeah.